G'day, wildlife warriors! Today, I want to introduce you to one of the most wonderful and cuddly-looking animals, the koala. When you see a picture of a koala, you might think it looks just like a little teddy bear with its soft, fluffy ears, big, round nose, but these incredible creatures are not bears at all. They are a special type of animal called a marsupial. This means that the mummy koalas have a pouch on their tummy to carry their babies just like kangaroos do. Isn't that just the coolest thing? Koalas are truly unique. They have captured the hearts of people everywhere with their gentle and peaceful nature. They are a symbol of my beautiful home, Australia. You won't find them living wild anywhere else on Earth except for right here in Australia. They are perfectly designed for a life spent high up in the trees. Strong claws, fluffy bottoms. Everything about them helps them thrive in their leafy world. Learning about koalas is like unlocking a secret. They teach us about the importance of nature. Every single animal has a special place in our environment. I am so excited to share all their amazing secrets with you. When we think about Australian animals, the koala is often one of the first that pops into our minds. They are simply unforgettable. Imagine an animal that spends almost its entire life hugging trees, munching on leaves, taking long dreamy naps in the sunshine. That's the life of a koala. So, where in the world can you find our koala friends? Their home is on the eastern and southeastern coasts of Australia, in forests filled with very special trees. They don't just live in any old tree. Koalas are very particular about their homes. They live in eucalyptus forests, sometimes called gum tree forests. These trees are tall with long, thin leaves that smell a bit like cough drops. This forest provides everything a koala needs: a safe place to sleep, a spot to raise their babies, and most importantly, all the food they could ever want. A koala's whole world revolves around these magnificent eucalyptus trees. The eucalyptus is more than a house. It's a 5-star hotel, and an all-you-can-eat buffet rolled into one. Koalas have strong, sharp claws for gripping bark. That lets them climb high into the branches with ease. Up there, they're safe from dangers on the ground, like dingoes or cars. The leafy canopy gives shade from the hot Australian sun, and shelter from the rain. A koala might spend its entire life in just a few trees in its home range, so choosing the right ones is a very big decision for these furry little guys. They really know how to pick the best real estate. They travel between favorite trees, sometimes by climbing down and walking on the ground, which is when they are most vulnerable. Now, let's talk about a koala's favorite subject: food. You might think that an animal who lives in a forest would have lots of different things to eat, like berries, nuts, other plants. But koalas are some of the pickiest eaters on the planet. They eat almost nothing but eucalyptus leaves. Out of over 700 different types of eucalyptus trees in Australia, koalas will only eat the leaves from about 50 of them. And even then, they have their absolute favorites. They use their excellent sense of smell to sniff out the leaves that are the most delicious and have the most nutrients. It's like us walking past a buffet and only picking out our favorite dessert. Eucalyptus leaves are very tough, fibrous, and even poisonous to most other animals. But koalas have a superpowered digestive system that is specially designed to handle this tricky diet. They have special bacteria in their tummies that help break down the tough leaves and remove the harmful toxins so they can get all the goodness out. This process takes a very long time, which is one of the reasons koalas need to rest so much. Well, that's because koalas get most of the water they need directly from the eucalyptus leaves they eat. How clever is that? If you thought cats were good at napping, you haven't met a koala. Because their diet of eucalyptus leaves gives them very little energy, koalas have to conserve it as much as possible. The best way to do that is by sleeping. Koalas are experts at resting, can sleep for up to 18 to 22 hours every single day. That's almost the entire day spent snoozing. They find a comfortable shady spot in a eucalyptus tree, wedge themselves securely into a fork between two branches, drift off to dreamland. Sometimes they curl up in a little ball or drape themselves over a branch like a furry blanket. When they are not sleeping, koalas are usually eating. They are most active at night, nocturnal animals. After the sun goes down and it gets a bit cooler, koalas wake up and start searching for the tastiest leaves to munch on. Male koalas can make a very loud and surprising sound, a deep rumbling bellow heard from far away. They might also groom their soft, thick fur using a special claw on their back foot. Keeping their fur clean and fluffy helps them stay warm in winter and cool in summer. Koalas have some truly amazing features that make them perfect for life in the trees. Let's start with their hands or paws. 2 thumbs on each front paw. Extra strong grip for climbing and holding branches even in wind. Their back paws are special. 1 big toe with no claw helps them grip. 2 other toes fused together form the grooming claw, used like a little comb to keep fur neat. Don't forget their bottoms. Extra thick fur on the rump and a pad of cartilage. It acts like a built-in cushion so they can sit on hard branches for hours. Their noses are a superpower. Big leathery nose, incredible sense of smell. Now the most adorable part, baby koalas. A baby koala is called a joey. At birth it's tiny, about a jelly bean. Born with no fur, eyes and ears closed. Must journey from birth canal all the way to mother's pouch using smell and strong front limbs. Even though koalas are so special and loved, they are facing some very big dangers. Sadly, koalas are now an endangered species, which means that we are at risk of losing them forever if we don't act now. One of the biggest threats is the loss of their homes. Cities are expanding, towns are expanding, eucalyptus forests are being cut down for houses, for roads, for farms. Changing weather brings more extreme bushfires like the terrible ones in Australia. Fires can destroy huge areas quickly, and many koalas cannot escape. Climate change causes longer, harsher droughts. Eucalyptus leaves have less water. Many koalas also suffer diseases that make them very sick and unable to breed. They need our help. They need wildlife warriors like you and me. Many people and organizations are working to save them. Wildlife hospitals like Australia zoos treat sick and injured koalas, helping them recover and return to the wild. Scientists study diseases to find cures. Conservation groups protect and replant eucalyptus forests. We have learned so much about our incredible koala friends. We've explored their treetop homes, discovered their picky eating habits, and seen how they spend their days napping in the sunshine. We've admired their superpowered bodies and marveled at their tiny, precious joeys. Now that we know how truly unique and wonderful they are, we also understand why they are in trouble and why they need us to be their heroes. Protecting koalas and their forest homes is one of the most important things we can do to help Australian wildlife. Every single tree we save is a home, a restaurant, and a nursery for a koala family. So, what can we do to help? If you live in Australia, you can help by planting native, koala-friendly eucalyptus trees in your backyard or community. You can also be careful when driving in areas where koalas live, especially at night. If you see an injured koala, you can tell a grown-up to call a local wildlife rescue organization right away. For those of us who live far away, we can still make a huge difference. We can support organizations that protect koala habitats and care for sick koalas. We can also make choices every day that are good for the planet, because helping to stop climate change helps every animal, including koalas. Learning about animals like the koala is the first step to becoming a passionate wildlife warrior. When we understand an animal, we start to care about it, and when we care about it, we are inspired to protect it. Share what you've learned today with everyone you know. Tell them about the koala's 2 thumbs, their sleepy lifestyle, and their jelly bean-sized babies. The more people who fall in love with koalas, the more heroes they will have on their side. You can draw pictures of koalas, write stories about them, or do a school project to raise awareness. Every little bit helps. Remember, every animal on our planet is precious and has a special role to play. From the tiniest insect to the biggest whale, they all make our world a more wonderful and interesting place. The koala, with its gentle spirit and tree-hugging habits, reminds us of the quiet beauty of nature and our responsibility to protect it. Let's promise to always be kind to animals, to respect their homes, and to work together to make sure that koalas will be climbing and snoozing in our eucalyptus trees for generations to come. Let's get out there and be the change our planet needs.